A ver, creo que eso es en directo. Espérame un tantito. Listo, ahora sí ya estamos. Hey, ¿cómo están, gente de YouTube? Aquí un nuevo directo para el canal. Esta vez nos encontramos nuevamente en Honkai Star Rail. Vamos a continuar con lo que es la historia. Finalmente ya pude terminar la misión. Estuvo bien larga. No me acuerdo si la terminé ayer. Pero ayer en el directo. Pero vaya que estuvo larga. Y vaya que me cansó. Bueno. Finalmente nos reunimos otra vez con la gran adivina.
To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
Muy bien.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult? Sharp as always. I knew we'd spent too long around the Master Diviner. Now we're predicting the future. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there. Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield? We're not? Genuine's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on.
Okay.
Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the ambrosial arbor, the alchemy
No, traigo este equipo. A ver. A ver. Sí, me lo pasas, por favor. Ay, voy a tomar un chocomil o una manzana. Ahora voy a poner el equipo de Jing Bank porque este hace daño en área y creo que es el que vas a ocupar.
After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it.
A ver, espérame un tantito, chicos.
Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists
ya volví.
practiced the way of
¿De qué me perdí?
immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Evenest Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Eso explicaría mucho, la verdad.
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knight's first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you. You misunderstand the nature of the Mara-struck condition. It is not a curse unique to humankind. Foxians don't usually succumb to it because their lifespan is not eternal. Yet they are still a long-life species.
Ya veo.
The Vidyadhara rely on molting to discard the old world. All long-life species are equal in the face of Mara. However, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the General would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality, one step at a time. Rather, only this way leads to the known best result. If we can afford to choose, then none would choose to leap off a cliff.
Ya veo.
Besides, this is not my decision alone. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Muy bien.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering.
Ah, es un ascensor.
Wait, Miss Ting-Yun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you.
Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Muy bien.
This
No!
battle is unavoidable.
No!
Lend me your strength.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Demonios, no voy a poder evitar que invoque uno de sus lobos. ¡Demonios!
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Follow my charge.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
My turn!
no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Maten a ese.
I'm okay.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
Tough luck running into me.
Is that it?
Es todo.
We shall take back what we lost.
There's no time to conflict. It's pitiless.
My turn.
Just a little something. That'll take more than medicine. That's better. You'll pay for
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
time for a shot.
Conflict is pitiless.
Hola Pink Love, muchas gracias por pasarte directo, te lo agradezco mucho. Muchas gracias.
Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move. Turn it off.
Porque quería probar. Déjame echarme acá.
Freeze. Try that again.
There's always a weakness.
A foregone conclusion. Here is thunder.
Told you I could.
Not nap time. Lend me your strength.
There's no time. Conflict is pitiless.
You can't run.
I'm okay. Lend me your strength.
Here is thunder. Is that it?
That's better.
Como siempre, ella se cura sola.
You couldn't have done it without me. Freeze.
There's always a weakness.
A foregone conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
My turn. Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Here is thunder.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Follow my conflict is pitiless.
Listo.
You couldn't have done it without me.
succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Shu. It's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor
Sigue
first
soñando.
descended, nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power. And our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish.
Ese diseño parece prestado nomás de un cierto enemigo en... ¿Cómo se llama ese? En el planeta de Cocolia. Ay, estos quitan.
Conflict is pitiless.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
Show no mercy.
Told you I could fight.
Savor the vigor of it.
You can't run!
This battle is unavoidable.
Conflict is pitiless.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! Watch this!
That'll take. Here comes the medicine.
1,000 thanks.
The time is now.
Let me your strength.
There's no time here. It's thunder.
Así aseguramos su muerte, chicos.
Merciful Medicus, hear my call. Then ends here.
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless. Time for radiant spirit.
Heed my words. Show no mercy.
My turn. Naughty to nap time.
Vines and veins. Reaper.
Troublesome. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Assistance is timely. You'll pay for this.
Follow my here. It's thunder.
What's this? You're in bad shape.
Roots run deep. Death arrogance run.
Is that it?
This
Todo.
battle is unavoidable. The time is now.
Let me your strength.
There's no time to conflict. It's pitiless.
You have the worst luck running. Naughty children, don't listen. Here comes the medicine. Your assistance is timely. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Assistance is timely.
Punishment of the eye.
Is that it?
Grasp of nature.
Troublesome.
Vamos con todo.
Time is now.
Let me your strength.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Time for radiant spirit. Heed my word.
Show no mercy.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Here. It's thunder.
What's this? Savor the vigor. Evil doer.
Conflict is pitiless.
Vines and veins. Immortality.
My turn. Phew! Lend me your strength.
Follow my charge. Here. It's thunder.
Entangle.
You're annoying.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
To my heart's content.
This battle.
There's no time to conflict. It's pitiless.
Life's goodness.
Is that it?
Grasp of nature.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Tough luck. Lend me your strength.
Quedó nada. Ah.
Naughty child. Your resistance is timely.
Here! Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move!
Congela la marzo. Demonios. Ay, se la congeló.
Why? She said. The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that Pantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly?
King Jun.
Loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance. Surely you can
Withstand the blessing of destruction.
Miss Pigune!
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager.
Estas se las puedo vencer fácilmente.
To set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
Miss Pigune! Is the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be? Keep calm, all of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together. There's always a weakness. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
Tough luck running into me.
Nap time. This battle is unavoidable.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Time for a shot.
There's always a weakness.
Follow my charge. Here, this thunder.
You are fortunate that Zephyro and Serenova never set their gaze upon the Xianzhou. They have no qualms about dealing out destruction. But since that stubborn general has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the show. My apologies for leaving so soon, but I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends here will be happy to entertain me.
Troublesome.
Here, this thunder.
You can't run! Try that again!
That's better. Your assistance is timely. Lend me your strength.
Necesito dejarme esa
Follow my
cosa.
charge.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Conflict is pitiless.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Here is thunder.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Time for a shot. You'll pay for this.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless. Follow my choice. Here is thunder.
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Thousand thanks.
Troublesome.
You can't run. Try that again.
This battle.
There's no time. Conflict is pitiless.
Lend me your strength.
Follow my choice. Here is thunder.
Naughty child.
Here.
You'll pay for
A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless.
nap time.
You can't run.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder.
Your resistance is timely. You'll pay for this.
Conflict is pitiless.
I'm okay. Just a little something. Think nothing. This
Follow my choice. Here is thunder.
You'll pay. Lend me your strength.
There's no time to conflict. It's pitiless.
Listo, ya era hora. Ese vato tiene un montón de vida. Cago en todo.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting-Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other nameless speak of in the past.
Ok.
She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting-Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting-Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting-Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
You're saying that the real Ting-Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting-Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer.
Totalmente.
At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting-Yun, it does raise the question of why Fantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. I believe this to be Fantilia's goal: to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen, Plant Fantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The ambrosial arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste. That imposter. What worries me more is just...
It all happened so suddenly. But looking back, I think Mr. Yang was right.
Since she was an Amicastor dispatched by the Skyfaring Commission, it's evident that there must indeed be a person with her name in the commission. As for the Ting Yun who accompanied us all that way, it's like what Mr. Yang said. It is a delve governed by the Vidyadhara. Supposedly after the ambrosial arbor was broken in two during the war, its roots were left gnarled and broken. The Alliance decided to seal the arbor within Scale Gorge Waterscape, and trust it to the High Elders of the Vidyadhara. It has been so long. No one knows whether the seal remains. I've reported the current situation to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He made no further contact after we communicated at the Matrix of Prescience. The situation stands on the edge of a precipice. We must trust in the General.
Vámonos.
This is... Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Susham.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
¡Demonios! ¡Otra vez! ¡Me cago en todo!
The messages never get sent. What the Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. I've delayed for too long.
Ah, mira, sí habíamos pasado por aquí.
I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you.
What a huge cauldron.
This aureate cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vidyadhara.
Me pregunto si Dangen es de este lugar.
All the elixir crucibles that the Vidyadhara helped to construct contain cloud hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
Uh-huh. But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential.
Of Vidyadhara Mirajako? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
Sí, definitivamente Nangen viene de aquí. Moria, se me está acabando la pila de la computadora.
Searching power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder. Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. It seems you already made your decision.
He's here.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me.
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here. It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape?
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I've nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop! You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice. I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me.
I've no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure...
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way!
Better, but But I'm afraid they're caught in their own bitters.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the...
So it begins. Fail to send you.
Surrender!
The strength I wished not to use.
Ah, ese dan genes y iluminación. Demonios, voy a conectar la PC, chicos.
Afraid to hurt the boy.
You're all in on it!
Fail to send you.
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick. There's no time.
Vaya.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
So familiar.
Este niño es muy fuerte.
You. Then you deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone. But there's no other way. Forgive me.
This isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop. Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Lafu's hotshot general.
Genuine.
General!
A él no le ganan.
Years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together?
Muy bien. Muy bien. El niño es muy fuerte, ¿eh?
Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Dan Feng of his past sin. The person that once stood here
Dan
alongside
Feng.
him is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Dan Feng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you.
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Dan Feng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Dan Feng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in any...
I may not be capable of the things that Dan Feng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact? It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Dan Feng is no more. Now, there is I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista. I have been keeping careful watch against the abomination. The hunt is far from... Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war. Lord Ravager...
No me quiero teletransportar porque siento que voy a tener que volver al principio y no quiero hacer eso, qué hueva. Ahí están. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué están haciendo?
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them.
Here, this thunder!
My turn. You're annoying.
I sense a storm. Let's hop.
This is our chance.
Rules are made to be broken.
Está muy roto. Creo que voy a empezar a usar a él. Con una buena build podría hacerlo muy fuerte. Oh, que la canción.
Time for Radiant Spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
I wish not to use this strength.
charge. Here is thunder!
You have the worst luck.
Just a scratch. I sense a storm.
A for conflict is piteous!
My turn.
That it?
I wish not to use the strength. Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken!
Here is thunder! Time for the radiant spirit.
Heed my words. Show no mercy.
Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The seats of divine foresight relate the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's Author. And
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager.
Huh? Is that... Dan Heng? You are Dan Heng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, my astral guests. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Fantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel fought. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here,
Dan Heng?
Thank you, Dan Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Videodra's incomplete exuviation charm.
Hi, Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, under the direction of the High Elder, the Videodara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice,
It looks so much like Don Hung. I wonder if... this statue is Don Hung's brother?
Idiota.
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Videodara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. What happens next is in your hands.
Debe pausar y guardar porque chicos ya el directo se hizo muy largo, ya 1 hora, ya le seguiremos. No pensé que la misión sería tan larga. Pero bueno, al parecer puedo aparecer desde aquí y ya continuar después. Bueno chicos, pues hasta aquí será el directo del día de hoy. Espero que como siempre les haya gustado mucho. Muchas gracias a todos los que estuvieron dentro del directo. En serio se los agradezco mucho. Y ya mañana se dará el nuevo capítulo de Pokémon Esmeralda Random Lock Nuzlocke. Y otro capítulo de Honkai Star Rail. Ya falta muy poco para que salga Fountain. Así que yo sinceramente estoy muy emocionado porque ya salga. Y pues, ¿qué más puedo decir? Espero que como siempre les haya gustado. Y nos vemos hasta la próxima. Adiós.